crush every bone in your body.
Okay, okay! He's working out of a penthouse in Chinatown. I swear that's all I know!
If you're lying, I'll break the other one.
The other one! Ah!
Alright guys, I'm fresh from E3 and you already know what it is. It's time for another review. This is going to be a full circle review. As you know, the first review on my channel was Batman Arkham Black Gate. So this is going to be special for me. This is going to be the review for Batman Arkham Knight. And I'm going to try to answer some questions that you guys have been asking me and what some people have been wondering. Let's get into this review, guys. Let's do it. Now, before we go any further, I just want to give you guys a disclaimer warning. The footage that I am using for the game is only up to a certain point in the game, and I cannot go past that because I don't want to either spoil it for you or ruin anything or make the people at Rocksteady mad, because they were very careful to make sure that there's no spoilers and anything that's being shown before the release of the game. And not just that, that's a great idea for you. I respect that because this game is amazing. So let's get into the rest of this review. Let's get going.
So Scarecrow was your idea.
Look who it is. I can't say I'm surprised. I've seen trees with faster reflexes.
Batman Arkham Knight, the story. I want to tell the story of this game without putting too much spoilers into it. And due to the fact that this game was crafted so perfectly and well, I'm going to go out of my way to actually leave things out when I tell you the synopsis for the game. So let's get straight into what I can tell you without spoiling anything for you, because this game is the type of game that I just want you to play for yourself and see for yourself what I'm going to say. Okay, the story of Batman Arkham Knight pretty much is the story of Batman being attacked by multiple villains in one night. What happens here, and this is believed to be following the story of the Batman comics, The Long Halloween, and what happens is pretty much all of the villains get together and decide that the only way to take Batman out is to strategically attack him all at one time. So who the villains are, of course, you know, you have the typical Scarecrow and Arkham Knight. The other villains involved are typically who you may know and have been revealed are to be Penguin, Firefly, Two-Faced, and I won't get into the rest because some are villains and some are protagonists and so forth and so on, to the point where you may think one person's doing something and they're doing another. Some of it, I will admit, is a little bit predictable, but however, what it is for you to find out and for me not to spoil for you. So pretty much just know that you're going to see pretty much everybody from the Batman Arkham universe in this game, and everybody's either there to kill you or to help you. Now, you know who the people are that follow you. Of course, you have Nightwing, you have Robin, you have Catwoman, and this time she is actually helping you, and she did help you in the last Arkham City game, but sometimes she's known to play the villain in the Batman universe. However, in this game she is an ally because of all the things that's happening. Now, Poison Ivy is of course included in the game, and is she an ally or a villain? Well, I guess you'll have to find that out for yourself when you play. So with that being said, that is the story of Arkham Knight. Now, it's already told in the beginning of the game for some people that Batman is supposedly had died. Now, I'm not going to spoil any of that for you. I'm not going to let you know anything about that. Of course, that's for you to find out. Now, this is supposedly what the commercials are saying, so I may have actually already spoiled that part for you, but don't worry. I did not spoil the game for you, and this review is going to be spoiler free 100%. I guarantee it, guys. Let's get into the rest of the game now. Let's start off with something else in the topics, and let's get straight to it.
Something tells me this wasn't part of the plan.
Controls. The controls for Batman Arkham Knight are not your traditional hack and slash third-person action controls. These people at Rocksteady have pioneered this mechanic, this engine. In Batman Arkham Knight, you have the same controls that you pretty much had in Batman Arkham Asylum. But what you notice about Batman Arkham Asylum to Arkham City is that they actually improved the control as well. Well, I'm here to tell you a good thing. The controls have been improved from a night and day, summer night to winter day difference. I mean, they stacked on so many things. The mechanics are amazing. You have your traditional counter, block, attack, but now you have things where you can add in the gizmos, and of course with Batman having new gadgets and gizmos, and a Batmobile, there's a lot more you can add to the arsenal, including doing combos. There's cool things in this game, like when you call the Batmobile, if somebody is in the way, the Batmobile will actually knock them over in some occasions. And even if someone's chasing you and you go to get in the Batmobile, there's a feature that I found to be quite funny. When you hop in the Batmobile has like this air pressure injection where it sucks in some air and just shoots it out and shoots the people around it away and actually knocks them out. That's pretty dope. Now with the Batmobile included in the game, you have things where the Batmobile can go from a race mode to an attack mode. And I don't want to spoil too much about the game, so I can't really get into everything about the controls, because then you're not going to have nothing to surprise you with. But what I will tell you is you still have the skill tree for Batman. The skill tree actually improves his fighting, his batsuit, and his gadgets just like before. You can improve the armor on the batsuit, making it stronger, or you can improve his attacks, giving him greater attack power, or giving him more gizmos to use at one time. And you can also upgrade the Batmobile to eject Batman even further into the sky, which is a cool feature. There's a couple of things to be added into this game new. Of course, Riddler returns with his trophies just like before, but of course in this one is a little bit more diabolical. The Batmobile also has another feature where you can drive on roofs, and it does exactly like what it did in the original Michael Keaton Batman, where the Batmobile can shoot a grappling hook. I won't say anything more. I don't want to spoil it, like I said, and I don't want to give too much away about the mechanics of the game too, because that's also some surprising stuff when you find new things that you didn't know in the game. So like I said, I don't want to spoil too much about the controls, but all I can tell you is if you are familiar with Batman, these controls have went from a night and day evolution from summer to winter. There's a lot more in the controls. Of course, you have crossplay with the other NPC characters that assist you. With Nightwing and Robin or Catwoman in the room, you can keep combos going. You can do all kinds of awesome, crazy things you couldn't do in any other Arkham series games. This is amazing. So trust me, the controls are the best controls I've seen in an action third-person game, period, ever. Best controls I ever saw. I mean, whether you play on PlayStation, Xbox, PC, the controls are just great no matter what platform you choose, no matter where you play it. So let's get straight into the other topics at hand.
Well, that's made things a little more interesting.
Sir, it's Batman. He's here.
Were you expecting to find me, Batman? I'm afraid I must disappoint you.
Graphics. In today's times, with 4K being available and now even having 5K, I have to admit the graphics in Batman Arkham Knight are probably some of the best graphics I've ever seen on the next generation consoles. Now I'm going to exclude PC because I haven't got a chance to really try it on PC, not at least in 4K. So I have to leave that out, and that's a good thing, because guess what? It doesn't matter. If you guys are into resolution, 900p, 1080p, 30 frames, 60 frames, the game is 30 frames per second. However, it doesn't matter. These are some of the best graphics I've ever seen. Can it compete with Rise? Can it compete with The Order? Yes, it's one of the best, probably the best graphical game I've seen on next generation consoles. I'm actually wondering, how did they do this? Now, granted, most of the game takes place at night. 99% of the game takes place at night. Even the scenes that don't involve Batman take place at night. Spoiler alert, I won't get into what any of that is, but the bottom line is, the game looks amazing. I mean, the graphics make me wonder, is this really 1080? What were we seeing before? And I'm not just saying that, I'm being honest with you guys. I mean, really, I felt like it didn't even matter, PC, console. I've been on this whole PC trip for a while now, and honestly, playing this on PS1, Xbox One had me scratching my head like, wow, this is what I'm talking about. And this is exactly what I was telling you guys in other videos. This is a true next generation game right here. Graphically, you should have no complaints. I give the graphics a 10 out of 10. They're freaking perfect to me. My only complaint about the game graphically is I wish we had a day and night cycle like other games. I know it's weird to see Batman out in the daytime, but I would just like to see it. So I wish there was a day and night cycle in this game, because like I said, this game does take place over the course of one night, and you don't really get to see anything pertaining to day. So, you know, it ruins the Gotham feel and everything. I get it, but the graphics were so good. I would love to see them in a day and night cycle. But graphically, this game is a 10, guys, a 10 out of 10. This is a 1000 out of 10 graphics.
Take a look at the game. I want you to know the fear that is coming.
Listen up, Bat Freak. We're walking out of here, nice and slow. You try anything stupid, I'll blow her brains out.
Charming. But only one of us is getting out of this cell.
No! No! No!
Overall, if you played any action game, this is the game to play. This is the King of the Hill. This is that game with everything perfected. They took their time on the soundtrack. They took their time on the graphics. They took their time on the physics, the gameplay mechanics, and they also took their time on the quality of the game. Now, a lot of people have been asking, how long is the game? What's the story with the gameplay? Some people saying they beat the game in 7 hours, I've heard. Well, let me explain that to you guys right now in this overall section of my review. Overall, Batman Arkham Knight can be between maybe 5 hours to 80 hours. It depends on how you play. I'm the kind of person that it would take me about 50 to 80 hours to beat Batman Arkham Knight, because it would take me time to collect at least a big portion of the Riddler trophies or try to figure out how to get 100% in the game. If you're the kind of person that likes to play the challenge maps, which I do, even though I would prefer they added like some kind of multiplayer feature, then you can end up playing this game for a long time. I still play all of my other Batman Arkham games, including Origins, which is something that is strangely left out of the trilogy, but I do get the fact that, due to the fact that it's made by Montreal and not the regular Rocksteady Studios, I get that. So with that being said, overall, Batman Arkham Knight, it really depends on you. If you feel like rushing through this game, then yeah, you can probably complete this game between, I'd say, 5 to 8 hours. But why would you do that anyway? Because then you're missing out on side missions and stories. Plus, not to mention, a lot of you guys were complaining about the DLC season pass. But let's be honest, longevity is added to the game. I'm not going to get into a big debate or topic here because this is a review, but we already know that these games are going to charge you about $100 for the complete package. And with Batman having the 6 months of DLC season pass for $40, then you get more content to add to the game. Now, granted, most of the content looks like it'll be challenge maps and skins. We'll have to wait and see if they do right by us, which I think they will. So I'm not really worried about that. So with that being said, overall, I would have to say Batman is a game that, why wouldn't you get it? I mean, what's the complaint about here? What is to say about the game that you can't get? The only thing I said about the game that I wish they did was they had a day and night cycle, and that's not even a bad thing. If you could find something wrong with this game, let me know in the comment section below, because I'm sure some of you can, but I have nothing to say bad about this game at all. This is the best freaking game I've played ever. Yes, I'm saying that. So overall, I recommend that you get Batman Arkham Knight, that you buy it, and you definitely keep it. Now, I do suggest you do get the season pass, and in most cases I don't recommend that. And I'm actually speculating that Batman may have more than one season pass, like what Evolved did, but that's a topic for another subject and another video. Let's keep it pushing, guys. Get this game. What are you waiting for? And my last couple of reviews, I strayed away from the overall score, but for this game, I decided to bring it back. And yes, people, drum roll, I give Batman a 10 out of 10. This game is absolutely perfect and is setting a trend for what other game developers need to be doing. Now, I know a lot of you guys are going to say it shouldn't be a 10 because of things like the season pass and all that, but screw it, it's a 10. I'm giving it a 10 because the game overall without season pass is worth $60, and it's the best $60 I could see anybody spending on a game. And if you're on PC, you probably spent anywhere between $20 to $40, so you even got a better win. Plus you have the 4K capabilities, you lucky bastards, you. So with that being said, man, Arkham Knight is definitely a 10 out of 10. The content is stupendous. All the characters return. The fan service is there for anybody who's a fan of Batman. Any character you can think of, they're probably gonna appear in this game. There's a couple of spoiler characters that I actually found out about, but trust me, like I said, any character you can think of will probably be in this game that is alive in the Arkham universe at the time of the making this. Of course, even the Joker is seen somewhere in the game. I won't say where. That's a spoiler. No, it's not. When you put in a game, you'll understand why it's not. But like I said, there's no reason not to go get this game. This is the best game I have ever played in my life. And it's probably going to be the favorite game of all time for me until something better comes along. Maybe they'll make a new Batman or some kind of Superman game or something like that, but who knows. But for right now, this being a superhero game and an era where superhero games were never done right, this ended up being the best game I've ever played. And games like Shadow Mordor and other games can take traits from this, and you can see it, and it's influenced the whole genre of third-person action games. So with that being said, I'm gonna give the 10 to the mother of all creation of third-person action games, and I recommend you get this game. It's your boy Jimmybgaming. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let me know if you pre-ordered this game, if you're getting it. Let me know if you got it and you like it. Let me know if you hated it. If anybody didn't like this game, do let me know what you didn't like, because I have to dig deep into your psyche and find out what the hell is wrong with you. We need to talk. So with that being said, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this review. And before I go, I just want to let you know, I kept the review based off the footage that you see on the internet now, for the simple fact that I don't want to spoil the game for you, 1, and 2, I don't want to ruin it for Rocksteady, because they went out of their way to keep a lot of the stuff spoiler free. Even though I will say that some parts of the story are predictable if you're a fan of Batman, so you'll be able to be like, nah, I know what that is, I know who that is, I know what's going on here. But like I said, I don't want to be the one to spoil it for you. You figure it out for yourself. It's your boy Jimmybgaming. I'm out of here, and hopefully this was a better review, and hopefully this review was helpful to you guys. And like I said, I recommend you purchase this game, not rent it, and I recommend that you be happy, because if you're not, something's wrong with you. Anyway, I'm out of here later.